again, first and foremost, we'll give all praises to Kal Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Kal Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders, GMS who rule well.
Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the GMS who rule well.
Hey, and Barakatham to all you Akim that's out there pushing this truth and the sincerity and the strength of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
Barakatham to you Akim that's pushing this truth and sincerity and the strength of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
We are here for the elect of the 12 tribes of Israel, Judah, the so-called Negroes, Benjamin, the so-called West Indian Jamaicans, Levi, the so-called Haitians, Reuben, the so-called Seminole Indians, Gad, the North American Indians, Issachar, the so-called Mexican Indians, Zebulon, Guatemala to Panama. We have Manasseh, the so-called Cubans, Simeon, the so-called Dominicans, Ephraim, the so-called Puerto Ricans, Asher, Colombia to Uruguay, and Naphtali is Argentina to Chile. These are the 12 tribes of Israel who Yahweh Shai is coming to redeem. 1/3 the elect, 2/3 are set up for this destruction. And that's what we out here to do, man. Push this word, man. Until we can't push no more. Second Ezra 15:1.
Okay. Second Ezra. Second Ezra 15:1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people."
Speak thou in the ears of my people. Who is this right here? The Lord says, speak in the ears of my people. His people are the nation of Israel. The Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans, man. Those are his people. He says, speak in the ears of my people. So that's why we out here prophesying, man, to the people of Israel, trying to wake up the elect, man. Go ahead.
It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy."
The words of prophecy. Pro meaning before, for side meaning to say. So we out here telling you what's coming in the near future. That's a prophet. What a prophet does, man. He warns you of things to come, right? Just like Jeremiah 28:8 says, man. We prophesy against kingdoms. We prophesy in a war of evil and of pestilence, man. That's why we out here, man. Go ahead.
It says, "Which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord."
Which he will put in thy mouth. This is not us saying out of our own minds and own hearts, man. This is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's words. He put these words in our mouth, what to speak out and declare out, man. You know, and the word goes out. Go ahead.
"Fear ye not the imagination." Oh, I'm sorry. It says, verse 2, "And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true."
The paper, causing to be written in paper. That's why you have the Bible, man. And these words are faithful and they are true, man. It's nothing, no lies, man. All these words are pure in the scriptures, man. And that's why we out here prophesying what's about to go down, man. You know, we prophesying, yeah, it's gonna be matter of fact, Matthew 24. Start at 24 and 6.
Okay. Matthew's 24 and 6. And the remnant took
24 and 6.
24. Salaki. I was at 22. So like 24 and 6, it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars."
See, you say ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. You've been hearing the rumors of wars since I'm 40. I'm 46. I've been hearing about wars since I can remember. Because we've had wars all the way going back, man. It's always been the rumors of the next war. And we at the end where you're hearing the rumors of what? World War III, which will be the last war, man. The war, the end all, man. Before Yahweh Shai comes back to redeem the elect, man. Go ahead. Begin with Russia and Iran and America, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Matthew 24 and 6. "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled."
See that ye be not troubled. Right here, that's got to be talking to the elect. See you be not troubled, because everybody else is not part of the elect. They gonna be running frantic, man. They don't believe it, man. They all, yeah, whatever. And when it do happen, man, they gonna lose it, man. But the Lord says, see you be not troubled, right? Because the elect, he gonna protect the elect. Go ahead.
For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
All these things must come to pass, man. The nuclear destruction has to happen before the end comes. You have to have the martial law has to happen. The chip has to be implemented on a mass scale. You got to have the big race wars and whatnot. Go ahead.
And also dealing with the rumors of war, you got all these powers of military doing military drills. Just like you recently, I was watching Al Jazeera. What was that? 2-3 days ago, I want to say, and you had Russia and China in parade together over there, and then you had Pakistan right along with them, but America was nowhere in there. So you got them forces, them military forces, is practicing and parading and showing their military might and getting set up. Okay. So they're showing you the time that we're in, dealing with the rumors of war, because they wouldn't be practicing and showing their military power if they wasn't finna actually go to war. So you're gonna hear them rumors first. It's Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
It says nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Now, I'm going to look that word up, nation, because that right there, let's talk about ethnos. And we're going to look it up.
And you're going to have to go to the etymology of ethnos too.
Okay. This is Matthew 24, 7. It says, now that nation, those two nations right there, they're 1484s. Now if you've been looking in the Strong's Concordance or whatnot, you would know a 1484 is ethnos. I'm gonna read it.
Whether it's the blue letter or the Strong Concordance in the book form. But what he got is the blue letter and the Strong Concordance on what he's looking at off the web. So that's what he's looking at.
And I'm gonna use the Strong's first. It says probably a race has the same habit. That is a tribe.
Right. That's the correct definition. Right. Go ahead.
Especially a foreign one. Using implementation pagan, Gentile, heathen, nation, people. 1486 root. It says the root of it, 1486. To be accustomed.
To be accustomed. So it's dealing with this, basically with the same people, accustomed of that nation, the same culture, the same custom. You know. Go ahead.
John. Now in the blue letter, it says ethnos. First one is a multitude, whether of men or of beasts, associated or living together. A company, a troop, a swarm. 2, a multitude of individuals of the same nature or genus.
Boom. That right there is the key. What he just read. What he just read right there. That's the key to that definition, to that ethnos. Go ahead.
Con. Number 3, a tribe, a nation, a people, a group.
Boom. That's the definition of that. Of that ethnos. Right?
Right. Number 4, in the Old Testament, foreign nations not worshiping the true power, pagans, Gentiles.
Alright. Now that right there is a stumbling block. Okay? That right there is a stumbling block. The two he read before that is the correct one. But that one he just read, that's a stumbling block. Okay? That's not the right one.
Let me go to the etymology. etymology. The word ethnos.
We're going to the etymology now of that word.
Ethnos, word forming element meaning race or culture. From the Greek ethnos, people, nation, class, tribe, a number of people accustomed to live together.
So what that is that's dealing with the same custom. Okay? So that word right there is ethnos, dealing with the same custom. So when you read Matthew the 24th chapter, what Yahushua was saying was nation against nation. He was basically telling them, look, before I show up, you're going to have Israel against Israel. You're going to have a division. That's what he's explaining. And that word ethnos is always dealing with Israel. Because if you put Esau in there, then you can't break down this scripture. Give me Galatians 3 and 8. Now we're gonna look up that word there too. Now the reason why I'm gonna pass it back to the brother, but I gotta make this point through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. Alright.
Galatians 3 and 8. In the scripture foreseeing that the Most High would justify the heathen.
Now, what's that word right there? The word right there, heathen, is ethnos. Let's look it up, brother. So if you're trying to put Esau in Matthew the 24th chapter, right? If you're trying to put him in there, in that ethnos, well shit, you're trying to throw him in this one too.
That word heathen right there is the Greek 1484. Ethnos. Same definitions. A multitude of individuals of the same nature or genus. The human family. Number 3, a tribe, a nation, a people, a group.
So that's dealing with Israelites. Same way with Matthew's 24th chapter. Okay? And the 7th verse is dealing with Israelites. Nation against nation. That word there, ethno. Same way Galatians in 3 and 8 is dealing with Israelites. I'm going to read it. And it said, the scriptures foreseeing that the power would justify the heathen. That's ethnos right there, which are Israelites. Common culture. Through faith, preaching before the gospel unto Abraham, saying, in thee shall all nations be blessed. That word they're dealing with ethnos. It's dealing with all ethnos. It's dealing with all Israelites. Okay? So when you go back to Matthew the 24th chapter, if you're trying to put Esau in that right there, in Matthew 24th chapter, in the 7th verse, how you going to break down Galatians 3 and 8? Let's go to Acts 15 and I got another one. Acts 15 and Acts 15 and 17.
Acts 15 and 17. That the residue of men might seek after the Lord Yahushua and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called.
Now let's look up that word Gentile.
Right. Acts 15, 17. Acts 15 and 17. That Gentile right there is a 1484. A multitude of individuals of the same nature or genus. The human family, a tribe, a nation, or people, or group.
So we just read in Matthew the 24th chapter, ethnos, right? 7th verse. And then we just read in Galatians, the 3rd chapter, the 8th verse, when it was dealing with heathens, and that word there, ethnos, right? Which are Israelites, right? Common culture, right? And then we just read Acts the 15th chapter, when it's in the 17th verse, when that word right there, Gentile, that's ethnos too. Okay? And that's talking about Israelites. Now, we're going to jump to the 19th verse. We're going to continue to read at the 19th verse, and we're going to look up that word Gentiles right there too.
It says that the residue of men might seek after Yahushua and all the Gentiles upon whom my name is called, said the Lord Yahushua, who doeth all these things, known unto the Most High are all his works from the beginning of the world. Wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them which from among the Gentiles are turned to Yahushua.
Now let's look up that word Gentile.
That word right there, that Gentile right there is 1484. A multitude of individuals of the same nature of genus, a human family, a tribe, nation, or people, a group.
So there you go. So now you know what the word ethnos means. Okay? Because if you're trying to include Esau in Matthew the 24th chapter, dealing with the race war, so to speak, you know, dealing with that, then you got to include Esau in those particular chapters that we just read. Okay? Because that's what the word ethnos means. It's going back to a common culture, a custom, which that is an Israelite. So when you read Matthew the 24th chapter in the 7th verse, when it say nation against nation, Yahushua was talking about you're going to have Israelites against Israelites. That's what he was basically saying. You're going to have that division. Okay? Now let's go back to Matthew 24, and we're going to start at 6 again. It's Matthew 24 and 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, seeing that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation. In other words, Israelites shall rise against Israelites. That word there is ethnos, common culture. Okay? And it says kingdom against kingdom, rulers against rulers. Okay? So that's what you got. That's why you got all these war games and these military powers are practicing a war game and parading their military might and bringing out things that the public have not seen. And they all separating from certain nations and becoming allies because they finna get ready to go to war. Okay? Got it back, right?
Go ahead.
And it says, and for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine.
Famines. That's hunger, starvation. That's coming. Right? Go ahead.
And pestilence.
Pestilence. What's that? Infectious diseases, man. CDC them and all them, man. Esau been they've been taking them strands of them certain viruses, man, and making them stronger and putting them right back out here on the people, man. So you're gonna have that. You're gonna have that more and more as we get down to the end, man.
That's right. That's right. You're gonna have that more and more, like the brother said, man. Because this devil is on the left hand side. So what he want to do is get rid of Israel. That's what he want to do. You know? That's what he want to do. This Isaiah 29 and 6. And thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts, with thunder and with earthquake, with great noise, with storm and with tempest, and the flaming of devouring fire.
And that's what we've been seeing. That's what we've been seeing the last 4 or 5 years, man. You've been seeing these different types of storms or whatnot. You've been seeing a lot of earthquakes happening all over the world. It's an earthquake happening every day, man. You've been seeing tornadoes, hurricanes, crazy patterns of weather.